Total Christmas.
Yeah, we wish you a freaking awesome Christmas. I'm ready. I'm ready to skip those stones.
It's not the
Is that from this?
No.
Oh no! What a shame.
Total. There they are.
Yeah, real life photo. Yeah, look at it.
There's playing some ooze in the ground. Don't mind them.
They're waiting for me specifically.
They're waiting for me this whole time. They've been
Yeah,
waiting 30
all these
years. This came out in
turtle men were waiting for
1994.
me.
They've been waiting 30 years for us to watch us. We wish you
Yeah.
Christmas.
We should watch Fat Albert Christmas after this.
Christmas every day in the corner.
Richard Berg, my man.
He never went on to do anything else.
And no, he has to do something.
Yeah, he did the sequel.
And then it says written and directed by Elaine May.
Why would she be? She's prestigious director. You haven't seen anything?
It's a crossover. It's a crossover. Oh, it's the best song.
What do you think?
Yay! It's my favorite song.
They're coming.
I'm coming.
I love the freaking weird accent they put here.
Why would you deck the
They're
horse?
supposed to be living in New York. Why are they doing this accent? I'm literally loving every second of this so far.
It's garbage.
Yeah, this is the opposite of like Norbit. I'm sitting here laughing like crazy, and you're sitting here wanting to die.
No, it's the same thing as no, but it's cringe, but it can be funny bad to a degree. What if instead of trimming the tree of Donatello, you're trimming a bush of April O'Neil? How do you feel?
Wait. Shh.
Where's my present? I'm not telling.
Alright, you can go back to talking.
What if one Christmas day you went downstairs and underneath the Christmas tree there was like hundreds of presents, but none of them are addressed to you, and then you ask your dad, "What's my present?" and your dad with smug face says, "I'm not telling." How do you feel?
I thought you were gonna say like, what if you walked into your house one day and there were 4 turtles, just 4 humanoid turtles decorating your tree for you?
But what if as a kid you walk downstairs and see all these presents and you don't see a single one addressed to you? Then you walk to your dad and say, "Where's my present?" Your dad with a smug looking face like a SpongeBob meme looks at you and says, "I'm not telling."
I see.
How do you feel?
Guys, we did it.
I kick him in the shins.
5 o'clock on Christmas
And this is the
Eve,
year when
all
he
our
promised you to get
shopping
you a
is
Wii U.
done.
He said, "I'm not telling you where your present."
You
You gotta go find it.
I kick him in the second shin. First shin, second shin. Then I kick him in the chin.
Oh, pizza. Speaking of pizza, wait till you see what I got.
Like how it sounds like the knife being close to the mic.
Yeah.
All I want to know is what you got for us to give to Splinter. Splinter? No way, Jose.
Whoa,
Like,
that's weird.
Splinter was not
We
on
should
my
not be
list.
seeing
What you
that
get?
at camera angle where we can actually see the inside of Donatello or of
That was in the movie too.
Raphael's. It was. I always thought the camera was like at a perfect angle where you couldn't see.
No, there was a few where you can see inside.
That was last year.
In the first 2 movies.
Yeah.
You guys telling me
Oh, huh.
that nobody got a gift for Splinter?
I can't believe it.
You guys.
Unbelievable.
It's Christmas Eve.
You know when
The
Ralph
stores
is
are
pissed,
closing.
you know it.
Now we have to get a gift to Splinter.
He really can't believe these guys.
Freaking faces.
They don't have any money. What do they get them? To Grandma's house we go. They're like lost. The lost.
Their mouths are always wide open. Ah.
The lost. They have no idea where they're going.
Never fear.
Ah. Oh my god.
Think Master Splinter can heal them? Like,
Yeah,
stop
You're
singing!
yelling down the sewers.
Stop singing! I'm trying
Their
to
voices are echoing to the
meditate.
sewers.
It's a beautiful night. It'll work out right. It's not my idea of fun. It's a beautiful night. It'll work out right. This is not
It's not my idea of fun. Then he starts dancing a little bit. Come on, you're having fun, Raphael.
Yeah, why did they all start singing It's Not My Idea of Fun?
These songs suck.
What? There was only like 3 rhymes in that entire song.
Then you got another song. Gotta get a gift,
They're
gotta
gonna
get a
sing
gift, gotta get a
Turtles.
gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a
Is
gift,
this one?
gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift.
Is this the one I... Yeah! Look, I had this one in my head for like 3 days. After you listen to
Well, all they say is gotta get a gift open.
I know, that's what makes it so catchy.
Because it said the same word over and over again.
I know, it's not a good song, it's just really, really catchy. What's these random children that they have in the stumble upon? Yeah, I thought they're supposed to, like, you know, nobody's supposed to know. They're ninjas! Why are they just randomly outside hanging out with these, homeless kids?
I'm pretty sure Splinter is athletic. Have you seen him? He does Kung Fu.
I love it. How about golf clubs? Splinter's not athletic.
He taught you martial arts.
Yeah, well, it's like what would he even do? You're in the sewer.
What? Doing the pipes? Piping through the pipes. A go-kart in the sewer? How are you fit in the sewer? Also, how can they afford this? They have no money.
They'll do it like they did in the new Team and Team movie. They'll just steal it.
Like how these homeless children are playing on the little bongos.
Yeah.
I'd just like to point out to you guys that there are only 2 hours of shopping left before Christmas.
well, he says you guys, like he's talking to the kids too. Oh, just now they're in. Okay, now it's just in daylight. Everybody can see him now.
He's turning into that opera guy again.
There's just again just a mall Santa sitting there confused.
Yeah, it's like Wizard of Oz now. Where the lion just.
I mean, I guess
sings
to be
opera.
fair, this is like after the coming out of their shells tour, so I think this is just the reality of Turtles where everybody is okay with them being there. So
I suppose.
this Santa's doing nothing, by the way. He's just like, okay, there you
No,
go.
he wasn't even paid actor for this. He's just standing here actually getting donations. And
He
he's-
rang the bell twice and then gave it back to him.
Yeah. Imagine standing out in the snow trying to get donations. All of a sudden, these guys are a camera crew and total costumes just film the scene in front of you.
Yeah, and one of them's like, here, let me take your bell, ring it twice, and then just give it back to you.
No, like,
Okay.
imagine you're familiar with the Turtles, but you never knew they sing opera, and they just walk in front of you and start singing opera for no apparent reason. And you weren't aware of this film even being made.
What is he even singing about? I haven't paid attention.
Let's talk about how awesome
okay.
New York is and wish everyone Christmas. Even Raphael's crying.
Guys, there's only 1 hour of shopping left.
There's only 1 hour shopping left. We spent it all singing this opera song.
We don't have a gift for Splinter. I could always sing for him.
They just sing the song again.
I'm trying to get him.
We only got 1 hour left. What are we gonna do? They just sing another song instead of. Thank you.
Sneakers. Do they have them extra large? Dig these, dude. I'm undercover, man. Tubular. I like that's happening, Ralph. All right.
I hate this.
Yeah, let's just not even bother with lip sync.
No, they're not lip syncing because the other Turtles are talking.
Oh, alright.
Oh no, not this song. I hate this song. This is the worst song.
What's wrong with this one? Oh no! Don't look at me like that, Turtles. You're scaring me, man. Oh.
It's a rap
The
rap.
crap rat? What?
The rapping gifts and rapping.
Rap rat, okay. Oh, because they're wrapping a present for a rat, I get it.
No, the rapping and the rapping a present.
Well, no, they're rapping while rapping, but they're giving the present to a rat.
No, it's saying rap.
Yeah. I mean, the sewers would be just smell like farts all the time.
Like the seasonal flashing.
Yep.
What if they keep flashing like lights while they're doing this rap song? How do you feel?
What if for one of these flashes, like once or twice, it cuts to
well, they
what
make
is
it
that?
fast,
You
like
know,
speed it up, and there's flash.
No. What if for like 2 or 3 of these flashes, it cuts to, instead of flashing, it cuts to the pizza party TMNT
What if
video.
one of these flashes is not actually a flash, it's just April O'Neil flashing her tits? How do you feel?
That'd be pretty funny.
That'd be pretty funny.
It'd be part of the joke.
Where is she in this? Did he drown her?
I mean, she wasn't in Getting Out of Your Shell. Was she in the Getting Out of Your Shell story?
Yeah, but they drowned her. Do you remember?
Wait, what? Did they drown her in that?
Yeah, because Raphael mentioned that he was interested in an interspecies relationship with April O'Neil, but she can't hold her breath long enough.
I forgot about. I heard you said that. I think.
Yeah.
Yo, Johnny. Good night, man.
God, I just spit all over my screen. Wow.
Good night, Mikey.
Oh, what is this? It's a dildo. Merry Christmas.
Ooh. Wow, thanks, Leo. I was gonna buy one myself. Like I told you, you'd like it. My sons, children,
You never showed what it was.
gather around. Let's rock and roll.
Wait, who is this child in the back?
That's the sewer kid.
It was just one child, and you just left.
Yeah, that's the sewer kid. You like how big Splinter's head is?
Yeah.
Do you want a framed picture of a pizza? It's the actual pizza, but he framed it for you. So it's on a
Why
wall.
is this kid here? It's just some random child. It wasn't one of the children from like the place that they went to, so it's just some random person here. Is that the new April? After they drowned the first one, did they have to get a new one?
What is Splinter gonna do with 4 manhole covers? 5 video games? Do you have a video game console? Are you interested in any of this stuff? 6 frisbees? What are you gonna do with 6 frisbees? That's the only thing that you could possibly want. 7 silk kimonos is something you would actually want. Oh, it's Mario!
He did the Yahoo. Narrow neckties. Okay.
That means tight neckties. Because his head is so big.
Reuse that clip. Reuse that second of footage.
You just get the pepperoni.
Oh, wait, there's like 3 children. Oh, they are all the children from the. I guess I didn't see that person last. Yes, bring all the children into the sewer. Enjoy your time with these giant buff turtles.
I framed it myself.
Yeezys.
Like the manhole. At least the manhole cover makes sense. They can easily steal them.
Yeah.
And thinking of those less fortunate than you. Remember, my sons, that your love for me is the greatest gift you could bestow, and the only gift I will ever need.
He's a dick.
Sheesh. Yeah, he's so sentimental.
It's like Splinter's like slowly grabbing his hand towards the clock. Your love is the only thing I need.
Gotta get a pizza.
Now it's time for one of
Gotta get a gift,
my
gotta get a
most
gift, gotta get a 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 gift. Zoom into his eyes.
Yeah. How is there 4 more minutes of this? What happens?
It goes black, and then they just keep talking.
They say, no, wait, the film isn't over yet.
Yes. But they don't show any like costumes or anything like that. It's just like a white screen and just talking. So how did you feel about this Christmas special? Was it very engaging?
Genuinely, I was enjoying literally every single second of it. So,
So you give me 5 stars?
every part of this was like really, really stupid, but really, really fun to make fun of.
So you give me 5 stars?
Pretty much.
Hey, here we go. This on talk. Yeah, you see the blackness in the like a minute later. Yeah, that's the stuff. It's like, where you guys going? We can watch this film again.
Whose idea was it to come up with that
Yeah, here we go.
totally gnarly Jamaican stuff? I like that Rastafarian kind of stuff.
What do you
Oh.
think the stuff was? It was my stuff, man. Come on.
They mention it. All right.
Who else but somebody like Leonardo could think of something like that?
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, it was totally cool. If you
totally
know what
cool.
I mean.
We spoke Jamaican,
I
even though
think
we're
so
not
too,
Jamaican.
Mikey, man. How about that 12 days, though, man? Did that go on for like 12 years or
You
what?
call him a
What
dumbass?
are you talking about, my son?
Oh, sorry, Master Splinter. I mean, it was like the best song of the whole thing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it right now.
Well, you know, we really like the kids helping us out on getting a gift for Splinter and singing "We Wish You a Turtle's Christmas." I mean, that was really nice. It was very Christmassy.
How about some of my favorites, like, Rap? Was that something awesome or what, man?
Hey, that was some Christmas tree, though, wasn't it?
Oh, man, it was like totally awesome.
And what was with that pair of sneakers you got me? They were a little too small for my feet, and I only have 3 toes, thank you very much.
Oh, come on, man. I'm trying to do the best I can. It was like, you know,
He
last
just
second
keeps going.
shopping. That's about like all they had left. You ever tried to go out and buy a sneaker with 2 toes? The lady
This is
almost like
leaked
laughing
audio,
out of Macy's,
behind the
man.
scenes
Come
audio.
on, Leo.
Hey, you know, I really like that Donatello watch. That sold like hotcakes, like totally happening this Christmas.
Oh, man, I got one on right now, but wait a minute. I think it stopped, man. What's going on out there, man?
Give me some of that.
Oh no, it's a nuclear attack. Everyone's dying outside. I wish I could show you footage of it, but I can't. Oh, the humanity. I give it half star. It's really bad. Very cringe.
Look, here's what I say to that. This was really, really stupid. Every song was really fun and really dumb. It was so fun to make fun of. This is probably the most fun I've had in the entire month of December. It's genuine enjoyment that I haven't had in a very long time.
Very cringe.
I guess that's why. It's like it's the first time where it's cringe, but it's fun cringe. I'm not sitting there, I'm not wincing, I'm just laughing, but like right next to it.
Mm.
It's very hard for me to get that perfect kind of cringe where it's like not too cringe, but it's not good.
You live in cringe.
Oh, now that's just harsh, man.
Because many people are telling
Come
you
on,
Steven Universe is
man.
cringe.
Come on, man.
And many people will tell you the Sonic lore is cringe. Not Sonic himself, but the Sonic lore is cringe. I'm just saying. I'm pointing out the obvious.
I mean, hey, a lot of people would think otherwise, but you know.
Well, people in the fandom. It's like, hey, My Little Pony's not cringe. Have you talked to the people in the fandom?
I mean, my brother's not a fan, but I told him about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine."
Like,
He thinks it's normal though. He hangs around a lot of people that like, you know, they also happen to enjoy various other things.
Mm.
I guess it depends. We've talked about this before, but it really depends on how much you can tolerate. How much is it to where you're going so far that you can't take it seriously? So a lot of people, it's like, well, if they aren't humans, it's like, okay, I understand that. But then some people are like, well, they don't, you know, they can be not human, but when they're super snarky and have shoes on, well, or like, you know, like Sonic, okay, that's a little bit too far. So it's basically just where is your preference to where you think this is too much, I can't take seriously.
No, there's a fine line of what can be taken seriously and what can't. If you try to be philosophical and deep with something like Sonic the Hedgehog, it's gonna suck. Like, you got Shadow the Hedgehog is very cringe. Like, the whole backstory of Shadow the Hedgehog is very cringe. Because you try to make it dark and depressing, trying to do like an Oscar bait thing, and it flops big time because the acting's not good. You know, the voice acting's terrible for that whole cutscene. And, you know, the script in general is bad for that too. But, it could, in theory, actually work. But you have to get better acting. You have to have better setup. You can't just have, like, oh, these are creatures that exist, and you should, believe that they exist in this universe. You have to actually give them maybe like a believable backstory, like maybe Eggman creates Sonic the Hedgehog and all these cattle, and they hate living or something like that. Something depressing like that. I'm trying to brainstorm something really quick in this conversation. Like, I'm not thinking too hard on it, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta do something more believable that, like football players and cheerleaders can understand and not find embarrassing or cringe. Like the normal crowd.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah, I could sort of see that, because, like, I know that,
Think like MCU, because before the MCU, the cool kids, they found comic books embarrassing because they assume it's all like talking really loud and doing stupid fights that are pointless because the bad guy doesn't show up again the next issue and the next issue and the next issue. But the MCU really made it more mainstream by making it more grounded, more tolerable, less cringe, that a modern audience can actually understand it. And the Christopher Nolan films also did that too with the Batman counter, where they grounded Batman and made it more realistic, so then modern audiences can understand it and not wince at it or be cringe like, oh, I can't believe that actually would happen.
Yeah, I still think there's like a tolerance, like a, because I know of people that can take Persona seriously but can't take Sonic. And it's
I
very
don't believe
big...
that because they both had the
No,
same kind of quality
of people do, and I know, and you know why? It's not the quality of writing. It's because one is about a blue hedgehog and the other is about humans. And
yeah,
a lot
but
of people
they literally
just
had the
take
same
humans
quality
more seriously.
They literally had the
That
same.
doesn't matter to a lot of people. That
That's
doesn't
dumb.
matter to...
That's really dumb for them to think that way.
I'm surprised you haven't realized this yet, but a lot of people do not care at all about the writing. It's all about the characters. If they can relate to the characters, if they have an interest in the characters,
it's very
that
like
will
you
drive...
thinking. Just the writing is the key. If the writing is bad, then the movie's gonna be bad. And on top of that, it's writing number 1, acting number 2, and then the cattle's number 3. These are the 3 tiers. If the writing is shit, then the story's not gonna be good, the acting's not gonna be good, and the cows won't be good. That's like the main thing you gotta get right.
There we go. So I was trying to find a rating that fits Turtle Christmas, a rating that I think was like worthy of it, and I feel like I've landed on a 2.
It is not.
Which I know is way more than what you gave, I know. But I was thinking, like, okay, would I rather watch this over Santa Claus the movie? Yes, I would, because it's funny in a stupid way, and it's got all these parts of it. And it's like, okay, would I rather watch it over Saving Bikini Bottom? Yes, solely for the fact that it's only 30 minutes.
Then why don't you just
So
do the heart system? It makes more sense.
Well, yeah, but if you read my review, it makes plenty of sense.
Because, like, literally, there's films that I've seen that I'll give, like, 3 stars, 4 stars. But if I don't give it a heart, and I give something that's a 2-star heart, guess what? I probably would like to watch a 2-star film with a heart more than that 3-star film. I'm judging critically. I'm actually thinking about the quality of the film when I'm reviewing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you watch my stuff to see my take on it, well, not my stuff, but like as a person who is, you go on my Letterboxd page, and if you don't agree, you leave. But if you're like, hey, this guy is interesting, he doesn't talk like a critic, he just talks like a guy saying his own opinions. Here's what he thinks of this stuff.
I guess what there's millions of them.
And I know, I know. But there's millions of critics, too. There's millions of critics, there's millions of both of us.
There's a lot of talented critics out there, and people want one that's more unbiased. Because there's plenty of critics like... I can't think of his name, but... There's plenty of critics that are like, oh, I'm impartial, but then there's so much biases and inconsistencies with the reviews that's embarrassing. And I'm trying to be as, like, 99%, impartial as possible you can possibly be. So
yeah, I'm basically a different type of person. I don't call myself a critic. I just call myself a person who has opinions on things. You know, because if you're sticking around on my Letterbox page, you're not going to be here to have critical thinking.
You're not
All
gonna
of
be
these
here
like
long.
you're going to be here if you like hearing my opinions. If you're like, oh hey, this guy's interesting, he's funny, or he's crappy, and you just like hearing my you just like laughing at my opinions or hating my opinions, whatever. You know, that's why they're there. You know, it's like because you could literally just go online and look up, you know, basically just go online, go into an AI and look up, okay, why is this thing good? And then it could be like, the acting is very good, and this is very good. And it's like, well, that's not really, much of it. Like say, oh, I wanted to look up, oh, why is M so good? Oh, well, people say that like the acting is amazing and all this stuff, whatever you liked about it. Um, well, then it's like, okay, well, why would I read somebody's review and then that's literally what you just said? You just basically that's why everybody likes it and you liked it too.
Yeah.
My review though talks about how much I hate it and about how like I judge it based on other things and how I obviously will never enjoy something like that. Like that's something different. You wouldn't get that from just a critic because a critic doesn't talk about their opinions mostly. It talks about critically what is good and bad
Yes.
from a critical standpoint.
But at the same time, you gotta have believability in what the things you find disinterest in the film, because if it's not believable and it seems weird and bizarre, then no one's gonna take you seriously or find you, critique, passable or provable. Like, I mentioned this before, but with Iron Giant, like someone wrote a half-star review and said, someone gave me an STD while watching this film, half-star. So, does that mean the film's bad? Well, you didn't review the film. You just said you had an STD while watching this film because you had sex watching the film. So, does that mean the film deserves that rating? No.
I mean, I
you
feel
gotta
like
have
that's
a review that
different
makes
because
sense.
I feel like that's different because that is a completely different subject. Now, I'm going to reference one of my own reviews that I deleted.
Yeah.
If we were to go back to my Mad Max review, the second one I did,
Yeah.
where I literally just vented about how I'm in the minority of people that don't like the movie,
Yeah.
and that review said nothing about the film itself.
Yep.
That one,
Yeah.
I would
That's
totally
bad.
be like, yeah, why is this? But like with my reviews, I mentioned like, hey, I don't find this funny or I don't find this interesting. I get bored easily with this one. That is my opinions, And if you stack it up with something like ASDF movie, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's no wonder why this guy gets bored.
Yeah. Well, there's believability in the things you can say. Like, if you said, I got bored watching Lawrence of Arabia, everyone can understand that because Lawrence of Arabia, the biggest issue is the editing. And even the director of the film mentioned himself that he was so proud of this film, he didn't want to edit it. So it was never finished editing. He never finished editing the film. He just left the final cut as is. Every single single scene
I
he
didn't know that.
filmed, he just left the best take and just left it clean as is without editing anything. And because of it, the film was very long and there's a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be in the film, which is why I gave it 90%. But the writing, really good. Acting, really good. It deserves 5 stars if you want to give it 5 stars, but I gave it 90 because the editing is bad. It needs more editing. So if you said like that is boring, everyone can agree with you. It is a boring film. If you say Dune is boring, everyone can agree with you. It's a boring film, but Dune actually is supposed to be boring. It's supposed to be a talkative film. It's supposed to be a dystopian wasteland where you don't want to be there. That's why it's boring. And something else too is
See,
Blade Runner.
but wait.
Blade
So,
Runner is supposed to be boring because all the robots don't have any emotions, and all the humans don't have any emotions. Because the whole idea here is robots are trying to blend in with the humans, but it turns out robots have more emotions than the humans, and it's more complicated than that. So it's interesting because no one has emotions because they're trying to blend in. But the robots actually do have emotions, and you see more and more emotions by the end of the film from the robots.
See, but like, when in terms of like, oh well, everybody would understand you. Like, I know of a ton of people that think that Blade Runner is super, super interesting, and they're like, why are you bored watching this?
Well,
Like, I think,
they'll
and again,
understand you in
being
the fact that no one is showing emotion, because that's the whole point of the film. No one's showing emotion because they're afraid to come out of the woodwork and, oh, this guy's a robot, kill him, because robots are illegal in that dystopian wasteland.
but it's one of those things where I think, you know,
Yeah.
but like for example, like okay, you would say, why would you find this boring? It's like, well, okay, flashing colors and super loud visuals, or super loud, noises. Like, well, why would you find that boring? Your audio and sensories are going insane right now. Wouldn't be boring? What point am I trying to make here? I'm trying to like basically what I'm saying is that everybody has their own different sides of being, what I find interesting, what I find boring, what I find
Okay.
captivating. So, it's not like, oh, I say that
So you prefer
what
like
movie did
action scenes was like sensory overload, like you can't understand what's happening, but it goes up by so fast
no,
just
what I
so
tried to I tried
something like Baby Driver. Well, they just play like fast music cues over and over again, and like zoom, 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 like over and over
what
again.
I tried to make the point and it just didn't really go across is it's that was basically a what if point because a lot of people will be like, "Oh, that's not boring because everything is being overloaded." So you can't be bored. You have to just basically take it all in. But then you would find something like that boring because there's nothing really going on. Um, so it's more of an example. Like so that's what I mean. Is like a lot of people will go, well, you can't find this boring. How do you find this boring? And then you'd be sitting here like, it's literally just flashing colors and droning sounds in my ears of people just going haywire. Like what? There's nothing here today. It's just to use an example. I don't really honestly I don't really know what action movie I've seen that has like literal just shaky cam hurts my eyes. I can't watch stuff with shaky cam that much. Only
Yeah,
occasionally. We watched a really low quality action movie like just it was on Netflix so we watched it and it had so much shaky cam it really hurt.
yeah.